You unconsciously use the regret minimization framework from Jeff Bezos.
Explain.
Explain. So the regret minimization framework from Jeff Bezos is he was working a very good job, corporate job, like I think hedge fund. He was making $250,000 a year. Like, that was like 30 years ago. No, more. I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, which is good money back then. And he left that because, like, which one am I going to regret more? Is it staying in this job or trying this business and failing and going back to the job? He's like, I'm going to regret not trying. And then he started Amazon.
And really think about that regret, because I remember vividly when I did this exercise, I was still scared to leave my job. And I was already making 3 times more. Like, I made in 4 or 5 days, I made 4 or 5 months worth of salary in 4 or 5 days. And so even after collecting that money and having the idea and seeing it's possible, I was still afraid to leave my job. But I still had to do it because I knew it was just, I sat there and I was like, irrelevant of the money or the proof that it's possible, it was the fact that it was just terrible to stay there. I just couldn't.
No progress.
No, it was nothing. I wasn't really, I loved my previous boss and my job, but there was no growth in it, and I wasn't really respected for the opinions I wanted to that I was delivering, right? And that just ate me up alive to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore, and I had to do something different.
Yeah, I have to read this quote. It ties perfectly into it. So Steve Jobs, he said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart intuition. Perfect.
Have the courage. That's a beautiful thing.
To follow your heart intuition. Like, that's why I say it's impossible to fail. Like, if this dream was planted in your heart, it's there for a reason. I'm not going to die not seeing that dream come true. It's impossible. Like, how? That's how I kind of see it. I also didn't work a single day, 9 to 5. I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't be like what Andrew Tate says. Like, I just couldn't be a brokey. You just can't do it. And it's like, it does not align whatsoever. It's like, you are, the frequency is here and you are doing this. Like, it's impossible. You just can't do it. And the only thing is, well, I just have to start a business thing. I just could not do the other thing. And it's the same when I dropped out of university. I was like, okay, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do after university. I'm going to probably do some online business stuff. I was doing Forex at the time and stuff like that. But I just knew university is something I did not want to do. Like, it was just like, okay, cut that out. Okay, I should probably go here. You know what I mean? I was just cutting out all the things I did not want. And then I just followed the path that was not it. There was something different. Yeah. I didn't go necessarily to something I wanted. I just went away from something I didn't want.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like the stoic reverse visualization.
Jordan Peterson said, right, and I repeat this a lot, but it's valuable, because if you don't know what you want to do, well, set a goal and just work towards it, right? Because then, inevitably, the worst thing that can happen is now you know what you don't want. And you set a new goal.
And that's actually pretty valuable.
That. Of course, it's
valuable.
Infinitely better than not taking action, not knowing anything. And I can argue and say that it's not going to take a long time for you to try out things, to realize what you like and what you don't like, and you're spending time in the market, and then somewhere down the line, you're going to figure out what you want to do. And as soon as you get that, Dave Senner said as well, it's like this sense of, if you find your purpose in life, it's just fucking damn. Like, it's just better.
I listened to it, and he said, there was this moment of him when he found his thing. It's like, he knows everyone is telling him, this is your thing, like this is it.
He's like,
and he was also working hard, but like there's this sense of relief you get.
I was like,
I don't have to stop looking.
Yeah.
I just know, okay, this is the thing.
But imagine finding that at 11.
Yeah.
And your name is Kobe Bryant.
Kobe was 11.
and so this is
that's why you see these, like the young founders, whatever, they just found their thing earlier. That's it.
Yeah. So this is an unstoppable, for this once again in one of the essays I wrote as well, the unstoppable formula for success. I could change this a bit as well, but absolute conviction in yourself. You need to believe that you're capable of achieving greatness without having the necessary results in the beginning.
Or any proof,
like at all. And so what does that mean? Delusion. You need to be delusional, right? So, secondly, is the unrelenting faith. You just need to, you somehow need to have faith. I could argue and say that's the same thing almost, is you need to have faith that you are able to achieve this thing without having the results to show for it, right? And then the last thing is to actually now have the courage to pursue what you desire. And I could argue and say that an extra skill would be is figure out and make sure that what you desire is meaningful in the first place, right? I would say that's a good thing as well, because some people chase things and desire things that's not even valuable, but that's a completely different issue. That's where non-valuable but difficult things creep into your life. That's another essay I wrote about Chris Williams.
Williamson.
Chris Williamson. Let me. The main thing of that comes down to, difficult things, or valuable things tend to be difficult, but not all things that are difficult is valuable. And
what is an example of something like that?
Well, let's say
that is difficult but not valuable.
Well, I would say chasing, money to a large degree, or the car, or the house. For some people, maybe it's valuable, but I think the thing that you are actually chasing is freedom. And the point I want to chase or get across is, in the process of chasing this goal, you will sacrifice certain things. And you just need to make sure that the thing that you are sacrificing is less valuable than the thing that you are chasing. And I think most people are blind to the benefits of the things that they are chasing. Because I don't think you want the car, I don't think you want the house, I think you want what it represents. But you only really see what you want when you achieve it. It's like a weird thing. It's like the unteachable lessons that Chris Williamson talks about.
Yeah.
Because, I always wanted the Porsche and the car, and I still want it, but I'm not going to trade, freedom for it anymore. I would much rather want the freedom. I can have both, but in the beginning, it used to just be the car, the money, not the notoriety, but like the fame or the status. But I don't know, like later down the line, for me at least, it changed to something different.
I think if you've got it, you can use it though. Like if you're starting out and the Porsche is motivating you and it's getting you to do the work, like use it.
Yeah.
Use it as much as it benefits you.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna have to change though. Like it's like the impact of happiness. What's Spotify's guy's name again?
Daniel Ek.
Daniel Ek. So he said you should optimize for impact of happiness, and where I think that could come in is after you've achieved this, you've won the game, like the ball would say. So if the game was to have the car, the house, whatever, like none of these grades, that was not their goal. If you're building a great product, you are not, or business, whatever, your goal is not to have the car, the money, or the whatever. Like none of these guys spoke about X revenue in X amount of time. They all spoke about, the product, building something great, dominating. This is war. It's not about money, it's about war. And they're all focused on building a great product that served people.
But you can also have like Mark Zuckerberg has a $3.6 million.
Yeah, but that's not the core of his business.
No, but you can still have it. That's what you can have both.
Of course,
that's the thing. But it shouldn't be the main thing.
No,
otherwise
like that shouldn't be the motivator.
No. Otherwise you're gonna lose.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's fine to have the thing, of course.
Yeah. So you only need 3 things. Quentin just talked about this. What you need to succeed, basically. You need 3 things to succeed: the balls to start, the brain to learn, and the heart to never quit. Those are the only 3 things you need, right? The balls to start. Okay, if you've started, you already have that. You just took that leap, okay? Like dropping out of college or something. The brain to learn. We are obsessed with learning, like too much. So we've got that. And the heart to never quit. Like I've been hitting the gym for 7 years straight. And I love business more than gym. So like, it's how, like everything is pointing to success. Like how then can you lose? It's impossible. You obviously will experience ups and downs. Like a good analogy I have for like your early 20s as a man is like Bitcoin. It's extremely volatile. Like if starting a business, by the way, it's extremely volatile. Like if you look at the chart of Bitcoin, it's like up and like it goes from 66,000 to 16,000, like an 80% drop. That might be your revenue of your business, right? Like you're doing well and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose 5 clients and then you slowly go up and then it's like a massive run and then it drops. But if you just zoom out on Bitcoin, when it started at 2010 and it's 15 years later, it started at like, people bought pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin. It was like a third of a penny. I don't know what a penny is, but like it's literally like, let's say yeah, it's like literally nothing. 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza. And now 10,000 Bitcoin is like
Billions.
goodness gracious. So if you just zoom out, I really think if you look at Bitcoin, that's literally the life of a beginner business person. 15 years, now it's amazing, but in the beginning it's extremely volatile, it's going up and down, but if you can stay stoic in that, like diamond hands, and I listened to a talk from Gregor Gallagher, Kino Body, and he says that low T is paper hands. Like,
No
if you have
way.
high T, there's a direct correlation with high testosterone levels and investing in Bitcoin. Because the price doesn't influence the fundamental of Bitcoin. It's still Bitcoin. And I also said that on our Instagram post, right? Like, even if you lose 80% of your value, technically like your business, whatever the case, you are still Bitcoin. So don't let outside circumstances influence how you see your fundamental self. And that all comes to belief at the end of the day. Outside circumstances has nothing to do with it. You need to see your vision in your mind so clearly that anything else doesn't matter. Like it doesn't, because I know the ending. I know how it ends.